What's up, everyone? Coach Carlos here with MaquinaStrength.com. Welcome to this video where we're going to be talking about how much weight can I lose on a 96-hour fast. So on this website, wherever you're seeing this video at, all right, I talk about just like about the 96-hour fast versus intermittent fasting. But what we want to talk about is how much weight can you lose on a 4-day fast, which is 96 hours. So if you read this article, if you go down below, you're going to see my experience. You can read about my experience on a 96-hour fast. And but what I want to talk to you about right now is just the math, right? Let's go over the math. And right below this video, you're going to see the actual scenarios that I'm creating, and I'm going to read it out as it is on the website. Okay, so let's go scientifically speaking, right? How much can you really lose on a 96-hour fast? So let's talk about just some basics in terms of scientifically speaking. One pound of body fat has 3,500 calories. That is universally accepted, proven. They took a pound of body fat, they put it on a calorimetry machine, and it yields 1 pound of fat has 3,500 calories, which means that through exercise or through fasting, as long as you create a deficit means that you're eating less than what you burn on a daily basis. Your body's gonna burn because it functions, right? It functions. It's gonna burn energy. That's what calories are, energy. So when you're burning every day, you're burning energy. When you exercise, you burn more energy on a single day. Now we have something called BMR, your basal metabolic rate. So on the description below, I put a little on a paragraph, like if you Google calorie calculator and I put the link to it, you can estimate how much your body burns on a daily basis. And what you got to do is just enter your information, right? The basic information, and put BMR, because it's going to give you options like a little scroll down, but you can put BMR. You can put if you train 1 time a week, 2 times a week, 3 times a week. It'll give you options. You want to choose BMR, okay? That means you're not going to exercise. Can you exercise during a fast? Absolutely. You just got to be very careful. I did it, but you got to be very careful. You don't have to, all right? So let's talk about scenario one, okay? So in scenario one, I just threw out some numbers, right? So a 30-year-old woman who's 5'3" and weighs 140 pounds, okay? And again, you can put this on the calculator. It'll give you a different number. So her BMR, right? So if you go to the calculator, you put this information. Her BMR is 1,490 calories per day. That's how much she burns just doing normal everyday activities. Just nothing crazy, nothing extremely active, okay? So that means that if she fasts for a whole day, doesn't eat any food whatsoever, just drinks, let's say, water or coffee, she's going to have a 1,490 calorie deficit. So that deficit is going to create the fat loss, okay? So now, if we take 1,490 and we multiply it times 4, okay, that's going to give us a 5,960 calorie deficit, which is about 1.7 pounds of body fat lost over 4 days. So now, when you look at this number, right, if you create a 500 calorie deficit per day, every 7 days, you're going to lose a pound of body fat. If you have a 700 calorie deficit, every 5 days, you're going to lose a pound of body fat, right? 500 times 7 is 3,500. That's 1 pound of fat. 700 times 5, that's 3,500. That's 1 pound of fat. And if you create 350 calorie deficit, right, every 10 days, you're going to lose a pound of body fat. Now, if you can burn 3,500 calories in 1 day, okay, then you're going to lose a pound of body fat in 1 day. But you have to create that deficit, all right? So the second scenario, all right, and by the way, this woman, right, she's going to lose exactly 1.7 pounds of body fat, because if you divide 5,960 divided by 3,500, that's 1.7. Now, when you fast, you also have what's called glycogen depletion. Your body depletes your glycogen, so you lose some water weight. And if you have food in your stomach, you're going to lose some of that too, okay? So if you include glycogen, the total weight loss is going to be about 2.4 pounds, okay? But once you start eating, you're going to get that glycogen back. You're going to get water back. So in terms of permanent fat loss, it's 1.7 pounds. Now, the next scenario is a 30-year-old man who's 5'10", weighs 220 pounds. The BMR, using the calculator that I just mentioned, is about 1,964 calories. So one day, without any exercise, they're going to burn about 1,964 calories. Over 96 hours, so we get 1,964. You multiply that times 4, that's 7,856 calorie, right? That's the deficit. So if you think about it, so that's 2.24 pounds. When you divide 7,856 divided by 4 days, that's by 3,500, that's 2.24 pounds. If you include water from glycogen, it's going to be about 3.2 pounds of total weight loss on the scale. Okay, so again, permanent fat loss, 2.24 pounds, right? The deficit, whatever deficit was able to be created over 4 days, divided by 3,500. So some elements that you need to consider when in fat loss, right, is the glycogen loss, the emptying of your bowels, right? So if you clean yourself out, especially if you're not eating, that can be on the scale. If you weigh yourself on the scale, you can lose up to like 10, 15, 20 pounds over 4 days. Is that real fat loss? No. Okay. So when people say that they lost 20 pounds in 2 days, 3 days, it's BS, right? Even if you fasted, all right? Even if you created 3,500 calorie deficit in 4 days, the most you're going to lose in 4 days is 4 pounds of body fat, right? So you're not going to lose any more than that. You're going to gain it all back. So that is, realistically speaking, that is a scientific explanation. That's why a lot of people are like, man, this person lost 20 pounds and I only lost 5. Like, what are they on? What did they do? No, they didn't do nothing different. They're just claiming the total scale loss, right? On the scale, they lost so many pounds, right? But in reality, after they start eating again, they're going to gain most of that weight back. Permanent fat loss is whatever deficit you create. So I hope this video helps. If you need help figuring out your nutrition plan, if you need a nutrition plan to achieve a specific goal, a whole assessment report, on our website, MaquinaStrength.com, and over here on top of the video, you're going to see 2 services that we provide. Take advantage of them, use them, and we are, if you like the slogan says, the closest thing to a shortcut. We're going to teach you and tell you exactly what you need to do to get to your goal in terms of calorie deficit, how long it's going to take you, how you should be training to reach an ideal body type, etc. Check the product out, click on it, and we'll go from there. Again, I'm Coach Carlos. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you hopefully on another video. Take care.